To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee is a powerful and enduring novel that explores themes of racial injustice, moral growth, and the loss of innocence in the American South during the 1930s. The story is set in the fictional town of Macomb, Alabama, and is narrated by a young girl named Scout Finch. Through her eyes, the novel presents a vivid depiction of the complexities of human behavior, the impact of prejudice, and the importance of empathy. The novel begins with Jean Louise Scout Finch reflecting on her childhood in Macomb, a small, sleepy town steeped in tradition and social hierarchies. Scout lives with her older brother, Jeremy Jem Finch, and their father, Atticus Finch, a lawyer known for his strong moral principles and sense of justice. The Finch family is relatively well off compared to many of their neighbors, and they live in a comfortable house near the center of town. Scout and Jem spend much of their time playing outside, particularly with their friend Charles Baker, Dill Harris, who visits Macomb each summer. The children are fascinated by their mysterious neighbor, Arthur Boo Radley, a reclusive man who never leaves his house. The Radley house is shrouded in rumors and superstitions, and the children imagine Boo as a monstrous figure. They often dare each other to approach the Radley house, but they are too frightened to do more than sneak a peek at the dark, imposing structure. As Scout and Jem grow older, they begin to learn more about the world around them, particularly about the racial and social divisions that define Macomb. The town is deeply segregated, with a clear divide between the white and black communities. The Finch family's black housekeeper, Calpurnia, provides a bridge between these two worlds, teaching Scout and Jem valuable lessons about dignity, respect, and the realities of racism. The central plot of the novel revolves around Atticus Finch's defense of Tom Robinson, a black man falsely accused of raping a white woman, Mayella Ewell. Despite the overwhelming evidence of Tom's innocence, the racial prejudices of the town make it almost certain that he will be convicted. Atticus knows the odds are against him, but he believes in the importance of standing up for what is right, even when it is unpopular or dangerous. As the trial approaches, Scout and Jem face increasing hostility from their peers and neighbors who disapprove of Atticus defending a black man. Scout, who is a tomboy and fiercely protective of her father, often finds herself in physical fights with other children who insult Atticus. Through these experiences, she begins to understand the deep-seated racism that pervades Macomb and the courage it takes to stand against it. The trial itself is a pivotal moment in the novel. In the courtroom, Atticus presents a compelling case that demonstrates Tom Robinson's innocence. He argues that Mayella Ewell, who comes from a poor and abusive family, falsely accused Tom to cover up her own feelings of shame and guilt for being attracted to a black man. Atticus shows that the injuries on Mayella's face were more likely caused by her father, Bob Ewell, a violent and racist man who would have been enraged by the idea of his daughter interacting with a black man. Despite the clear evidence, the all-white jury convicts Tom Robinson, a decision that devastates Scout, Jem, and Atticus. The verdict is a stark reminder of the power of racism and the limitations of justice in a society that is deeply biased. Tom Robinson later tries to escape from prison but is shot and killed, a tragic end that further highlights the futility of fighting against such ingrained prejudice. The aftermath of the trial brings both subtle and overt changes to the Finch family's life. Bob Ewell, humiliated by the trial, seeks revenge on Atticus. He harasses Tom Robinson's widow, spits in Atticus's face, and eventually attacks Scout and Jem as they walk home from a Halloween event. In the scuffle, Jem is knocked unconscious, and Scout is nearly strangled. However, Boo Radley, who has been watching the children from his house, emerges from the shadows to save them, killing Bob Ewell in the process. In the aftermath, Scout finally meets Boo Radley face to face and realizes that he is not the monstrous figure she had imagined, but a kind, gentle man who has been quietly protecting her and Jem all along. This moment of revelation is a powerful turning point for Scout, as she begins to understand the true meaning of empathy and the importance of seeing the world from others' perspectives, a lesson Atticus had tried to teach her earlier in the novel. The novel concludes with Scout reflecting on the events of the past few years. She realizes that Boo Radley, like Tom Robinson, was also a mockingbird, a symbol of innocence destroyed by the cruelty of others. Scout now understands that people like Boo and Tom are vulnerable to the prejudice and injustice of society, and that it is the duty of those who recognize this to protect them. Please like and share the video with others, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.